So, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It's Saturday, and the weather is about to change. It's been very, very hot. Well, it's not very hot. It's been hot for the last 5 days. Now the temperature is going back into the winter stage. This is where you have to be careful on how the weather and the pollen, because the pollen and my allergies are affecting me because my eyes are itching every morning. So yeah. So I gotta put eye drops in my eye and wait about 30 minutes. And then you can still feel the itch. So if you're a man that has allergies or eye allergies, yeah, this is that season. But I was just thinking about something. What my attorney told me yesterday. Gave me a phone call. It told me that if Joshua Jones, and this is why we're making this video, because, see, Joshua Jones used to hang out in this very area right here with among of other people. Those people told me those stories. Those are the people that wrote letters to the, New York City Justice Department to free me because I'm the wrong person. They literally explained to the courts, I know Joshua, blah, 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 blah. Some of them are police officers that don't know Josh, but they know me. They know how I'm a good man, good community activist, helps his community, tries to show positivity. I tried to give back to the community that I'm part of. Yes, right now, currently, I am homeless. And I used to help the homeless. And now, I'm in that situation. So, with that said, I'm just thinking about what the lawyer told me yesterday about Joshua Jones. That is, if I do see him, you called 90th Precinct, or you call 911 and explain to them that you have a restraining order. But there's also, because he's not supposed to be in this area at all. Like, literally. I already proven to the courts, like, this is my area. This is where I hang out. This is where I live. This is where I sleep. This is where I eat. This is where I chill. This is where I play. This is where I work. This is where I do micro photography. This is where I do all of my photography. And now, mind you, he took out a temporary restraining order. They debunked that already. They already closed that. That doesn't exist. But now, I've been walking around here every single day. Why, you say? Oh, I got beef. Oh, yes. I want him to go to, mind you, I want him to go to jail. Oh, if he is, because the rumor was that he may have gotten locked up. So, that was the rumor. But I just thinking about how I won, mind you, the sacrifices that I made to win this case so easy. I didn't have to, mind you, I did put up a fight by hiring an attorney, which you never should hire a public defender in the first place. Someone said anything, nah, that's okay. Let me have my phone call. And that was the problem too. NYPD rejected that phone call request many times. Until we were about to leave to go to downtown Brooklyn. And I was like, no, I was supposed to have my phone call a long time ago because that phone call would have ended that whole process for me going down to the Brooklyn courts. Yeah, would have ended it. Because officers did not have qualified, probable cause to arrest me on pepper spray charges? Yeah. Sir, why did you use your pepper spray? Well, this gentleman here, as I'm holding my camera, as I explained this, I'm holding my camera in one hand, I'm holding my phone in another, right? So, and I got a book bag full of another camera equipment. So, I'm explaining this to the officer, and I get arrested, everyone. And this is why I'm suing in New York City NYPD. And yesterday, the attorney told me to file, following those lawsuit documents is going to help my case for mind you, maybe a bigger one, because this is an ongoing thing in the city of New York. I'm not the only victim that's been victimized by NYPD's lack of professionalism when arresting the right suspect, when the suspect you're talking to, you letting go. And that has happened quite a few times. So, and right now, I'm in the very same area. I want to give people an update, because I think this is going to be bigger than I thought. I just want my money back. You know? I just want my legal fees back. You guys will agree with that, right? I don't want this to go out of control and big. I just want my money back. But apparently, like I said, this is not the first time it has happened to me. We was at Broadway Junction last year summer. We were coming from Ocean Hill Skate Park. We were live streaming on Instagram this whole entire, from walking from Ocean Hill Skate Park to, mind you, Broadway Junction train station. We even recorded us paying our fare, right? But 3 individuals that we got on my camera did not pay their fare. But I got stopped by 2 officers because I told you in the audience, oh, there's 2 undercover officers that are not looking like, they're looking just like cops. They're not even trying to blend. And then they got upset and walked all the way from one platform, cross the bezel and the pathway, to come down the bridge, to come downstairs to tell me what's that in my pocket. If you haven't seen that video, I suggest you should watch it on my Instagram. It is so damaging to NYPD. They had no probable cause to stop me or to frisk me or even take the knife away when I told them, you're going to give me that back. And mind you, when they looked me up, I said, yeah, you can look at this city cadetral ID. Since you want to be an asshole, you're not paying attention to who you're talking to, go watch the video. You see for yourself that there was no probable cause for NYPD to stop me or to frisk me. You know what they were looking for? DV holds. You know what that is? That's against the law. NYPD just can't stop civilians for no reason and then stop them and waste their time. And ask for an ID with no probable cause. It's degrading. It's disgusting. So I just want people to understand that I went through a lot. I'm going through a lot financially. And I had no choice to take out a loan on top of that. Oh, goddamn allergies, man. Oh, killing me. So, here it is. This took place in front of that little synagogue, whatever house building that's connected to this church, right? Now, you have several cameras around here, everybody. I want you to pay attention this time. You got a camera right over there in that corner of that's facing this way, right? Then you got another camera right there in the parking lot, right in between those windows over there. You see it? It's facing this parking lot, which is facing this way, right? But the damaging part is, let me show you something. That house, that church, has a Ring doorbell. It was right in front of the Ring doorbell where there's clear audio. You can hear the audio, you can hear everything. You can hear him threaten. You can hear him say these things and say, I heard you were talking shit on your podcast, YouTube video, blah, blah, blah. Listen, man, you got a problem with what I say? You want to violate my First Amendment right like a patron? Then go get a assist and desist letter. That's what I told them. But that camera recorded it. That camera recorded it. You see the school here? That camera recorded right straight down the block. Wait. The damaging one is these 2 cameras here. Well, this camera here facing right directly towards this building in front of the door, and this other camera here that's facing this pathway, but strictly down. You can see him walk up and grab me and try to pull me and tell me, and ask me that very question. Like he's some authority. Like he got common sense. You don't even have a high school diploma, bro. You got to learn to tell me I've been talking nonsense. Well, I'm using his words, shit. Okay, I'm using his words, ladies and gentlemen, not my words. In front of this door, this Catholic community door, is a the Ring doorbell, which has perfect audio. He gave away everything what the prosecutor thought I was doing, ladies and gentlemen. They thought I was the threat, but he threw his shoe. I didn't even realize he threw his shoe twice. I thought he just threw, mind you, we went from getting to this, front of this door, front of this door, that Ring doorbell camera, that camera, so critical, everyone. You got this camera, so important. You see from across the street, you see this camera facing right towards me. It's like, come on, dude. Then you got this camera facing this street, and it can swivel. It's a Y angle, so it's facing the parking lot. You can see where I exit from Lot Radio as a customer that night. See, what Lot Radio doesn't understand is that I was a customer that night. I wasn't doing any violation. And they were the ones violating their own policies when they allowed him to drink and bring his, mind you, his special clearage alcohol bottle inside the establishment. While, mind you, I have that on video where it's standing right next to me while I was recording a DJ playing at the time. So, this is Lot Radio. They don't have no problem with me. I've never had a problem. But you got an employee that probably have shared that information with him, or it could have been David. Either two, because those two are the ones that watch my videos most of the time, and those are the ones that probably gave him the information. If that's so, because obviously if he did watch my videos, which he doesn't, because he can't afford a device, because he keeps selling things for his habits. See, you got to understand, he has a habit of drug and alcohol abuse. This is why I was telling everyone, this is why I don't want to hang out here anymore. Because when I did hang out here, just even on a nice summer day, you can watch my videos, everyone. We used to come here and just enjoy the weather, enjoy the scenery. And you know from my videos, everyone, we don't like the bullshit that goes on around this area. That's why you have to pay attention to the videos. You hear me talk about these individuals, like Jonathan. He was a good guy, but he got abused by Jonathan. How can you sit there, Jonathan, and take that kind of a lie in your face? And I'm telling you, it's a lie. I'm your friend. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. But we're not talking anymore because he thinks I'm wrong. But you know I'm not wrong because you know that Joshua, check your audio interface recorder device. You give it to him, and the next day he told me he lost it. No way. He sold it. Everybody knows this. And when I heard that in front of my face, I was like, no, you sold that, bro. Stop lying. I called him out on it. I called him out. This is why I don't hang out with folks like that. That's why I told him, get away from my table. And mind you, I was with a friend. My friend would have knocked me off too, but I was like, nah, chill. But no, we don't want to hang out with people that keep telling Jonathan, stop hanging. Now, I'm pretty sure Jonathan doesn't hang out with him. Because I just saw Jonathan the other day while we was doing a live stream that morning, walking around here. He was with those two dogs. If you watched at the end of the live stream, that's Jonathan. He knows that's me walking down the street. The reason why he doesn't want to talk is he doesn't have the manpower to apologize to me like a man. And I told him, don't ever come out in your face and disrespect me when I'm the one that's trying to help you distinguish a problem. And you know he's a problem. And you have a problem too, consumption. That's why you got to do things in moderation. You don't do it because you're bored or you want to hang out. No, these are not the dudes to hang out with. You want to hang out with people? Hang out with people that go to art galleries, go to the museums, go to the history museum, go to do some photography. He asked me for some video. I told him, listen, I don't work for free, man. I don't bring out the cameras. I don't bring out any. You see, I don't have a camera with me now. I don't have nothing. I'm not bringing cameras out until someone is willing to pay me for my services. I told him that, even as a friend. It's like, no, man, I gotta get paid, man. Sorry, friend or not, everyone treated equally. Sorry, that's how the business roll. But I just want people to know that I financially spend money protecting and, mind you, doing my civil duties as a civilian by hiring an attorney, by letting you in the audience know that I was never the criminal. It was Joshua Jones that wanted to assault me. You can see him the second time put his hands on me and try to pull me down to the ground, and you can hear him say he wanted to SA me 4 times. Then you can see him run back to that door with that fence is locked right there. You see him run back to that door and went inside and grabbed a weapon and came back, stood right there and threw the shoe there. Then I went behind this bit. You can see me on camera go behind the vehicle that was parked here, because I was on the phone this time with 911, and even the 911 dispatcher replayed the tape, bro. You can replay the 911 call. You can hear him say to 911 and myself, I'm going to SA you. And she was like, sir, can you find somewhere safe somewhere safe in the meantime while the police are on their way? Because it seems like you're in danger. Boom. How can you arrest me when I'm on the phone with 911 and she's telling me to put myself in safety? This is where the lawsuit comes in. And this is where the lack of evidence on NYPD's part and not investigating shows that there is a fundamental problem with the NYPD structure. Yes, NYPD is under freaking staff. Yes, there are issues with NYPD. But I know for a fact there are good cops out there that do good jobs. Like the cop that, mind you, stopped the killer in downtown Manhattan from stealing a purse. Turns out he was on parole. And let me ask you a question, New York City. How is it that I get hate on my channel from people that quite don't understand the fact that I'm just trying to tell a story? I'm just trying to make sense of all this as I go on as a human being. I have no control. I have no power. There's not one man that can override the government. Nah. But you can be part of the government if you want to do some scandals and some, mind you, some conspiracy stuff. But let's not go to that far, all right? Because that's the way things are now. Like the Epstein files. And I don't even want to talk about that, because that is just another super long-ass topic. So, but how can you allow a potential killer on parole in New York City? Think about that. Ladies and gentlemen, think about that. This was a person that tried to commit murder, and he's on parole. How? You gotta ask that question, like, yo, bro, yo, prosecutor, excuse me, hello, I'm ringing your doorbell. Yeah, how's this nigga out of jail on parole of trying to kill someone, but this person's not on parole from stealing a candy bar? This is what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. How twisted and corrupt New York City is. How? People got questions now. Just like the other day, the guy on the machete. So many priors. How are you releasing these animals out into the world when we have to deal with it and people are suffering, and mind you, there are consequences? Not on your part, but everyone else's part, because no one says something or do something about it or pay attention to their surroundings. What's up with that? So I asked everyone in the audience, what's more important right now? Me giving you the narrative of what's really going on in New York City? Come on. Or you wanna continue this? Because mind you, lately, someone in the audience here that's been stalking, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a photographer, right? I'm an independent. I used to do city government relations and work, but I don't do that in the last like 5-6 years. I haven't done it because I went to my 3-year EEOC. We were going through the pandemic. That was an issue. yeah, everyone was getting slam dunk by the pandemic, including me. I try to help people during the pandemic. That's on this channel. We went to Wisconsin, Winnipeg, Vancouver, Seattle, Portland, San Francisco, mind you, we went to all the way to San Jose, we went to Mountain View, we went all the way down to Santa Barbara, all the way down to San Diego, and then came right back up. And we did that during the pandemic. And during the pandemic, I was in a tough situation because hotels were closed. They were not allowing guests. So some guests, like me and this other Swedish and German girl, they were cool, you know, and one of them did quad skating. So, and that's when we like kind of like, yeah, you got quad skate skills, huh? I'm a rollerblader. Let's go stretch something. But anyway, but we had to sleep outside. If everybody remember that, yeah, in San Francisco and the Bay Area, we had to sleep outside. And even down in LA, hotels were not allowing. Houses were closed because of, yeah. So, but that's what I'm saying now in New York City. Now the things are getting expensive. Like, for instance, Madani's grocery store. Let me tell you the structure how this is not going to work. Zoran is just copying other mayors' ideas or proposals that were proposed in other ideas in other cities that I lived in, which I just announced. All these cities I lived in, everybody, he's doing the exact same thing. I was like, dude, you stole that from DC. You stole this from freaking San Francisco. You're taking this idea from Seattle. It's not going to work. So, ladies and gentlemen, that free grocery store he was talking about, guess what? Not only that it's going to cost you taxpayers and me $30 million, yes, it's not so free anymore, is it? But it's going to hurt the small mom and pops grocery stores that already are discounted. I say this because, listen, I'm a New Yorker, not these fake people that just lived here 10, 15 years. No. You got to be born here. Okay, born in this crazy Big Apple. Okay, gotta be born here. Can't say, I moved here like 5-8 years ago. No, you're not really native. You're not a native. You're a local. you live here. You see things, but you haven't seen it all. No one wanted to live in this neighborhood back in the day, and now look at it. So nice and pretty. It's so pretty. So pretty. All this nonsense God wasn't here. You know what's here? Crackheads. Abandoned buildings. People pissing. People used to dump their trash all over this area. And even on the docks. Everybody trashed this place. And now look at it. It's so pretty. It's so, we got electric power. It's so pretty. We didn't have this back in the day. We had to avoid crackheads. Like, this is like football. We come down here back in the 80s and 90s. Nigga, you were literally running track. Crackheads would run after you like, come in, let me get $1. You remember those days, guys? Crackheads were feared because they were literally, they were some real junkies back then. In this area, in Harlem, and all that Brooklyn, all this area. Ain't nobody, come on. But what I'm trying to say is, ladies and gentlemen, that how can the prosecution release all these criminals back on the streets while people are trying to live the civil life that they are supposed to protect ours, which, mind you, they're not doing the civil duty then. They're not doing their civil duties. If you're not protecting the citizens of New York City by keeping the criminals incarcerated, then you're not even You're not even trying to rehabilitate them at all either. They're not. Why are they going to jail if they're just going to jail just to fucking work out and eat and talk shit around them? When I get out, I'm going to knock this nuke. Where's the rehabilitation? Where's the classes? Help them with their mental health. Help them with their anger management. Whatever addictions they have. What what's the point of going to jail if you don't have these things? Because, yes, I'm going to say this. They're still human beings. But if you're going to decide to release someone that just tried to commit murder on parole, just let us know. Like, oh yeah, citizens of New York, we can just release this monkey down on parole on murder. Like, oh, are you serious? This is where my tax dollars go? You're not doing your job. Keeping this monster from my children or from my friends or people that are washing their car or the fact that, like, I cannot comprehend that. The dude have even priors, but he's also went to jail for attempted murder and you got him out on parole. Doesn't that send the wrong message to everyone that, like, oh, come to New York. You can get away with a lot of shit. You can get away with a lot of things in New York now, it seems like. Don't blame the commissioner of NYPD. I think she's doing a great job. I don't think men are giving her credibility. And I don't think some people are giving some cops credibility too. Everyone's going, oh, but the police ain't shit. But the police are your neighbors. Remind you that. They live right next door to you. When they're not in uniform, who are they? Exactly. Your neighbor. You might want some sugar. You didn't realize your neighbor was a firefighter or an EMT or a police officer. Those are the people that actually get their lives in danger all the time because some nut job decides, I want to just take everyone out. Mind you, everybody that serves the city has a civil duty. Social workers, office, the mayor. You're supposed to protect, not criminalize or extort more money from the citizens. $30 million for a grocery store? You're just copying. Everything the mayor has done, everyone, in my opinion, is just copies of what other mayors have done. If you have not lived in the cities I mentioned in this video, then you haven't been around the world. You've been stuck in a bubble. Look at that view of Manhattan. Damn, I wish I had a telephoto. You've been stuck in a bubble. This is why I tell people, these issues are not just in New York. New York may be the main GDP of this country's, mind you, GDP. But, like, in reality, same thing is going down in LA, California, San Francisco, Portland, Seattle. So people are telling me, oh, you should just move back. If I move back, it's going to be the same problems, but it might be less. But there's still a problem. Don't you get it? You can't run from the problem anymore. There's a problem is everywhere. I wish people stop saying, just move. Move where? When the problem's everywhere. Crime is everywhere. Homelessness is everywhere. Racism is everywhere. Everything is everywhere. Babies, seals, lions, humans, everywhere. What you don't get, no matter what we do, no matter how hard we try, it's just there. Some things have to go the way it's supposed to for you, for a reason. And mind you, I'm not spiritual of God. I don't read the Bible. I don't believe in that. I just don't. Never have, don't want to. Never come and save me. I'm sorry, but let's be honest. As someone who's been a victim of child molestation, yeah, I'm a victim. No one came to help me when I told these adults when I was a child. They thought I was just like, oh, you just probably have a crush or go into puberty. But no one said anything about young girls back in the day dating older dudes, right? It's okay this is why in my childhood in the state of New York or in the United States in general, as if you're Asian, or you're European, or you German, I want you to listen to this. Back in the day here, no one had an issue of young girls dating older men, because all the young boys in the school would be tight about that. Like, these girls are dating the older guys from the hood because they got cars, they got money. But now, people attack this, and yes, it's the right thing to do. You're not supposed to be dating young women, and if you're like 20, and she's like 14, 13. That was crazy back in the day, in school and I couldn't believe it. I was a guy. I was like, damn, she is so pretty, and she's with that guy, an older guy. What? Like, I didn't get it at the time. Didn't understand it. But now I do. This is why I was like, no. But when I told adults about my issue, it was like, oh, brush it off. I think he just has a crush on his teacher. He doesn't realize it. Like, really? I don't even have a fucking thing for her. What are you talking about? I didn't even know what the thing is. Like I said, still child was going through the stages, right? But I knew this is not appropriate. I knew this wasn't appropriate. She's not my mother. Like, not even my foster parents saw me like, how can you, like, come on. People sit here and think I keep talking, mind you, I talked about this many times on this channel before. And now when I got older, mind you, when I got older, it started to come to light. People now want to apologize. People want me to sue. Mind you, here's the thing. When my foster parents sued for that, right? You know who wanted to say, oh, I was there. I think how you were there. Wait, you were there. You know how many people got so greedy when they found out that this could be lucrative? They want to try to be my friend. Oh, I was there for you, Kiki. You know, he called me by my French name, like Kiki. Like, come on, don't do that. Don't ever do that. So yeah, New York is full of scandals, ladies and gentlemen. And we got the biggest scandal right now, the mayor. Like I told people, you're not going to get free buses. You're not going to get free groceries. And the free grocery stores, you're just hurting the more small and mom and pop shops. Because I go to freaking Bushwick, guys, lately yesterday came across a little bit of money. I did get into the hostel, right? Boom. I took the money. You know what I went? I went to the bodega that had all the fruits for $1. I got a basket full of strawberries for $1.50. You go to Target, you go get that same basket of strawberries. It's $5.99. You go to Whole Foods right now. You get that same basket full of strawberries. It is $8.99 or some crap like $7.99 just for the basket of freaking strawberries, right? But I'm paying $1.50. So this is what I want to say to the mayor of New York City. Your foolish antics and your plan to hurt the small mom and pop restaurants in the hood that sell food already at a discount. It's not going to work. You're just going to hurt the mom and pop's other shops, man. I can show you guys these shops. Because there's a supermarket and you can get pasta for like, mind you go to Food Bazaar, right? You can get pasta for like $1.50, $1.25. Sometimes you get it for 75 cents. How cheap do you want pasta to be? I know people need food to put on their table. There should be another source of food assistance. Because, mind you, food's expensive right now. But people are shopping the wrong way anyway. They're not shopping and using these apps, which I don't recommend and do recommend, because here's the problem with apps. So, apps, they want your information, they want your data, blah, 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 right? But when you physically go into a supermarket, you pay more. But when you use an app, you pay less because yeah, you get a discount. You got these promotions. And when you use these promotions, you get a super good deal. So you got two caveats. You give up your data to get discounts, or you physically go and deal with the nonsense in the supermarket. Because sometimes lines and people do weird things in the supermarket. So, subscribe, like, and share, everyone. I'm the ThePandaPhotographer, and we have to go back and get a coat. It's not so hot anymore. That temperature's gonna drop, and it's gonna rain again tonight. So see, what you guys don't understand is, like, I haven't been live streaming because I've been feeling very under weather. I got bad health problems, so ran into some issues. But and on top of that, the homelessness and, financially trying to keep myself stable. I don't need the government. I don't need city officials to help me, because we tried that on this channel. We even tried 311 back in 2021, right? Everybody, if you've seen that video, it just shows you that they don't care. They judged me based on what I was wearing. That is outreach services. They judged me like, oh, you got nice shoes. Are you sure you're homeless? I'm like, oh my panda, the fuck. See, here's the problem. Homelessness can be any type. It can be non-drug related, non-violent related, non-criminal related. But people want to put homelessness as in a title of criminal. Somehow homelessness got its reputation now into the world of criminalization. I don't know where that came from. Homelessness can be anyone. Living in a car. We have seen that. Oh, actually, let me show you. Look at this video clip. Where is it? This is video clip. Did I delete it? No, I don't think so. I think I deleted it. Or I stored it in my drive. But I was walking down Long Island City, and this guy was literally had a robe on and everything. You go to my Instagram. It's on my Instagram. Dude had a robe and everything, living out his Tesla, bro. So homelessness can be any form factor. It can be living in your car, but you got a job. You got a job. You might be a software engineer living out their car. Because the cost of living in New York City outweighs the cost of what you get as an income a year. You still will be trying to go to food pantries, if you can get to a food pantry, because we all know in New York City who's always at the food pantry first. And I know these agencies know what they're doing. See, there are people that get on these food pantry lines, and they resell the food. So now what they're doing is that you can't just eliminate everything anymore. Now you got to take one of each. Yeah, so now people are getting upset about that. About the fact that now they can take only one item each. Normally you can just go food pantry, take as many as you can, but now they're giving you one. Because now they know that people are selling the food on the streets. And we already know on this channel who is doing it. It's not just one culture, one person, one group of people. See what I'm saying? You could go to mom and pop stores. This is why Madani's plan on the $30 million grocery stores is going to hurt mom and pop shops like this. You see this? Strawberries, 2 for $3. You go to Whole Foods, it's like $7. Madani wants to put it strawberries, what, $2, $3? I can get it from $2 for $3. You see what I mean? You're hurting mom and pop's grocery stores, Madani. Yeah, he's gonna hurt stores like this, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you want? That's what you want, New York? And for those that don't live in New York, you have no idea what this man is doing. He's gonna hurt the deli. Well, the deli might be a little expensive, but mom and pop shops like that, or grocery stores like that down the street here, you're going to hurt these businesses with this plan. And now Governor Hochul has a new plan to tax the 2% rich. Ooh, I'm like, what's this plan about? So now she's going for people that are wealthy, that don't live in New York, that have, mind you, luxury space here. Yeah, that's who she's going after. And people are like, isn't that going to hurt? Yeah, it's still going to hurt the city. It's still going to hurt. Just showing you guys, Madani's plan is not going to work. They're not closed. They're not open yet. Look at that. Look at those fresh apples in the sunlight. Ready to go. So you got the garden. Come on. So Madani's plan is going to kill markets like this. Mom and pop. Oh, that sun feels good though. Need some vitamin D. No homo. So now you guys understand what his proposal is all about. It's not about, this guy, he's a tool. He's just copying other mayors' ideas. And who was the mayor in Portland when I was living there? Dude, this is what I was like, to me, this is all deja vu. It might not be deja vu to you guys, but for me, this is all deja vu. And it's like, oh my man, someone did this before. Look at the Tenderloin. That's a good example to look at. San Francisco, Portland, Seattle. I used to go to Seattle all the time, man. Now it just doesn't look the same. After the pandemic, it's never got the root back like it used to. It doesn't feel fun. It feels paranoid. Yeah. Just like, like New York, you just gotta watch your back. So, ladies and gentlemen, the root problems are within the city's government. The city's, mind you, law enforcement, yes. Corruption, police, yes. It's not the commissioner. Commissioner has to, she can't read or see or know who is. People have to report these things. People got to report these things in order to know what is really going on. So when people are trying to give her bad credit, I'm like, nah, I kind of like this one. And mind you, I never liked any of the commissioners, because last year, the last two commissioners before that, mind you, if you haven't been reading in 2004, 2003, 2005, there were big corruption scandals. And this is why Jessica came in place after that. So much. Now it's gonna rain. So yeah, everyone, get that sunlight now. Get that vitamin D. No homo. Get it now, because tonight and tomorrow are going to be some very wet days. And It's going to, and mind you, the temperature's going to drop. It's going to feel cold. That's not going to feel pleasant when everyone has been enjoying this nice, very extremely hot, warm, very, very warm weather. It reached up to 90 the other day, which is a record, by the way. Yeah. 90 very early, and mind you, it stayed up in the upper 80s all week long. But I couldn't enjoy it because I was having too many issues with my house. Still am. I'm not even supposed to be walking, but the buses, I got off the bus to make this video because the G line is not running. So you got to take the shuttle bus, and I'm really against taking the shuttle bus and at certain times in the day because people rub against you, people pickpocket you, people call you phone, like, yeah, it's just disgusting. Not a big fan of the bus. I'm not a big fan of the buses in New York. Now in Portland, that's a different story. Because normally they are always on time, though. See, the thing about Portland's bus system, it's always on time. This is why I miss Portland sometimes. Seattle, yes, always on time. Vancouver, yes. Even Madison's bus system is always on time. But New York, it's just like, yo, where's this bus coming, bro? It's supposed to be here like 10 minutes ago. That's New York. Like, yo, this bus is late. You know who holds up the buses? People that don't know how to drive. Oh man. If I show you video of entitlement, you're going to be like, wow, he just stopped traffic because he's entitled. It's an Uber cab that probably can't drive for crap. Probably did not take the DMV test like normal people have. I'm sorry, I'm judgmental about people's driving in New York City. It just sucks. It's really bad. So yeah, lately I've been having some issues with my health, everyone. And I don't want to talk about it. It's just too gross. Yeah, lots of blood and bomb, and this is why I'm not carrying my camera. I'm not carrying other than this Telesin chest mount and this iPhone. And what's in my laptop bag, which is basically power bank, some tissues just in case. I've been having IBS issues, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. So, and then, yeah, I've been having a lot of stuff, but also stomach's acting very awkward. Been throwing up again. So support your boy if I end up in the hospital again. So, because I'm going to be honest with you folks, I don't think I have a lot of time. You know, I'm not saying I'm going to die tomorrow or anything like that. I'm just telling you, like, I know me. I know myself. I know this body. You know, I've done a lot of sports. I beat up this body. I did a lot of action and rather crazy things in rollerblading and snowboarding. I literally was trying to, in my life, trying to do stupid stunts with rollerblades. Like, I can do this. I am the future. And because I was, and I still am. But now I just feel like, ever since Nami, and then E, and then Rufus, and then my friend you, life hasn't been the same for me, you know, mentally wise. I don't have my closest friends to call anymore. So, and the ones that I'm talking about, the ones that either, you know about E, right? You guys don't know about Nami. You guys don't know about you, my best friend, but you guys know about E. So, I changed. Like, I don't know, something snapped. Mind you, I snapped when I heard. The only thing that stays on time is New York City court dates. That is so true. Oh, man. Yeah, I know, right? That's the only thing that's on time. See, that's the only thing New York is good at doing. Putting your ass in and putting your booty in jail. Yeah, they want to put you in jail. For minor crimes. Think about that. You're going to ruin someone's life over minor crimes. You sound like a big ass baby. Yeah, New York is not, that's just a turn off, man. The only thing that's on time is court dates. That's so true. It is very true. But anyway, guys, today's the 18th. And my storage is, I'm going to have to move out my storage. I got to find a place where to put this stuff. Can't afford it, man. Not this time. Like I said, everyone, I went through some nest. I owe the bank $467.26 because they keep putting $2 interest on it every other freaking 2 weeks or some crap like that. Keep going up. Yeah, I took out a loan so I can pay for this attorney fees, ladies and gentlemen. So if you guys want to help out with that, want to help me with, not with my attorney fees, no. Help me with storage unit, yes, you can help me with that. Yeah. Because this storage unit is not my old storage unit. It's now a new ownership. So the prices change. And that is the corruption behind this city, bro. Oh, my panda. The original ownership of the storage didn't tell no one they was going to move out or, give away this property. They didn't inform nobody by email. Not by even phone call. Just one day we just woke up. We see this email from this Manhattan mini storage. Like, what is this? Like, is this spam? Like, we are now the official takeover of the Q-Smart and public storage areas of Long Island City, Connecticut, the Bronx. They took a whole bunch of locations. Apparently, they got locations in Vancouver, Montreal, and other places. Because I remember Manhattan Mini Storage being the only mini storage on 2nd Avenue. If you guys remember, they used to be on 2nd Avenue. They're not there on 2nd Avenue anymore. And they were expensive. They wanted a 5x5x5 for $100. I was like, dude, you could go to public storage? You can get it for $10 a month. Plus, you got to pay your insurance. If you already have insurance, you got to bring that document in. So you don't have to pay their insurance. If so, it's like 10, 15 extra bucks. But it does go up. It's supposed to go up every quarter, like $1 or maybe $2 or something like that. But yeah, it never worked that way. Now we got this new ownership. They mind you, a lot of people that used to own the storage units in this former Q-Smart location, they were upset. And they had to move out because they changed, mind you, they promised they won't change the price from the previous, right? But that was a lie. The next month came, everyone was like, hey man, did you get your new bill? I was like, hell fucking yeah. They want what? Dude, this guy was paying like $40 a month. Now they wanted him to pay like $80-something. So I'm like, that is Manhattan mini storage for you. It's expensive. You could just go right back to public storage or Q's Market. Just re-rent a 5x5 for $10 again. What? Yeah, just move out and just go back. That's what I should have just done. And I might have to do that, but like I said, I don't have personal insurance for all of my stuff, so I'm going to have to get their insurance. That means I got to move everything out, which is annoying. Because it took me a few days to move everything. Because I don't have anybody to help me with this. Oh yeah, that cold weather is coming. Oh, I got goosebumps. Dude, I walk over this bridge almost every day. I haven't been walking over this bridge for the last few days because I've been really sick, but I'm sick now. That's why I'm just walking slow. And yes, I got electrolyte juice in my, so I'm cutting back off of water for a while. Gotta drink electrolytes, man. Having some bone density problems. That's why my knees are like feeling. Yeah, I was like, no, dude, I want to rollerblade. I want to skate one more time before I kick the bucket. Like I was explaining to you guys earlier. Listen, I don't think I have a lot of time, but the time that I have now, I just want to enjoy it. Because I just realized, when I was younger, I just worked a lot. I was just trying to impress people. Because, mind you, I was black. I'm a black dude in Asia. I'm trying to impress. You gotta understand that. I wasn't trying to I wasn't trying to be a pimp. No, I was trying to impress by being a smart guy. And all I did was pretty much try to make myself look good. And now I just got to make myself look and feel happy. Not look good, but feel happy. I think I never gave myself that chance. Until I met E and Yuki, And that's when I met Yuki, that's when I kind of had to wake up from that reality. Because even she was like, do you even want to enjoy it? And, I do. It's just I'd let her know the truth. Doesn't matter if we are in a relationship, people accept us or not. I'm still black. So I still got to impress. She goes, you don't need to impress anybody. Yeah, I got to impress because if I don't make a statement, I don't make foundation. But now I realize that I didn't really need to do that. People should just accept me for who I am. And what I have accomplished. Because a lot of people claiming a lot of things, but they don't see their track record. I don't see their track record. They don't got a LinkedIn account. See, I use LinkedIn and I also use CCAP. Sorry. Look at that frog. Oh, my panda. It's crazy. That'd be a nice picture, too. But I don't have my camera. But, ladies and gentlemen, I could use your help and your support. I got a PayPal and I got a Venmo. If anybody wants to show their financial support, there's a PayPal Venmo link right down in the description below. I really don't want to move out my storage, but lately I'm like, that is quite a lot of money they're asking. 65 is just a lot when I was paying a little less than that. Yeah, I guess it is for good. But they need to fix these sidewalks, bro. Look at this. So, this is how you break an ankle. That's how you break your ankle. If you break your ankle walking down a public sidewalk, make sure you get a police report so you can sue the city for it. Yep. That's how you do it. You sue the city for lack of, mind you, your tax dollars are supposed to help fix these things. But it doesn't. But you know what you can fix, everybody? You can fix a problem that I'm financially having. Like I just explained in this video. I financially went through some legal issues. I didn't do anything wrong because I had proven that I was the victim. And now this person, Joshua Jones, is now going to be paying a big price now. You should have been paying attention to your surroundings, dude. I'm kind of shocked that he literally, ooh, look at this spot. But there's no traffic going through here. So yeah, this is another photography spot. So shh, that's a new one. That's a new one. But yeah, I just wish I had that money. I can really use it. Because this is what I need, everybody. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be really honest with you. If I would have had that money, I'm going to be honest. It was my money. I saved all that money myself from my past paychecks before I got laid off doing medical recovery. But anyway, I saw a camera used for only $300. And I'm saying, oh, my panda. See, I've been keeping an eye on this camera. Yeah, it's used. Yes, it's not an up-to-date camera, but I'm having an issue with one of my cameras. I notice every time I'm cleaning up my images, there are some really hard dead pixels. So that's telling me my sensor on my camera might be coming to a point where the actuations are starting to age on my camera. If you guys don't know what actuations are when you press the shutter speed button all the time. And certain cameras have certain lifespans of actuations on them. Some cameras could do 700,000 actuations. Some cameras could do over 1 million actuations. But some cameras do not. See, someone needs to clean this one up. Cut this or, oh wow. Why is she, see, this is what people do. People are not too smart. This is why there's a bike lane. Oh my panda, bro. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, she's not from New York. Why are you riding a bike where people are walking? This is why there's a bike lane. Ladies and gentlemen, you know it's against the law to ride your bike where people are walking. This is why they made a bike lane. People used to get into accidents here back in the day because of the cyclists. So they separate the cyclists from, oh my panda. Oh, I'm telling you, it's just like, you have to ask yourself, how is this mother, if she is a mother, come to her understanding that she's not supposed to be in this lane. She has a job, and yeah, people do dumb things. But it is dumb, because you're like, oh, yeah, look, I physically have eyes. I can see there's a bike lane. Ugh. That's proof that people are not paying attention at all. See? I just proven it. People don't pay attention. So yeah, back in the day, everyone, on this very bridge, there used to be a lot of cycle accidents. People used to get into like arguments, like who was in the wrong, who was the right, because you couldn't ride your bike because there were too many people walking across this bridge daily. So back in the early 2000s, they decided to remodel this bridge and separate the bike lane and make bike lanes for this particular bridge. It was for a reason. So next time you see someone doing that, you're like, hey, bike lane's on that side. You got every right to say something. Because you're a taxpayer. You pay for it. Don't make your money go to waste. All right, guys. So, back to my storage situation. But yeah, I like I said, I saw this. It's a Canon 5D Mark II camera. I saw for $310. I was like, hey, mind you, it only has 7,000 actuations on it. That's basically a brand new camera. Yeah, and I saw it on Craigslist. I'm like, I want that. Yeah, we got the walk mirror. I want that, but I can't afford it right now. You guys are probably going to ask me, what's so special about that camera? Oh, there's another reason why I want that camera. See, I jailbroken the Canon 7D. Now, Canon doesn't like me when I do that. When I re-engineer their fucking sensors or their software. So, Canon doesn't like when I do that to their cameras. They just don't like me when I do that. So, let's walk this way. So, I'm jailbreaking the Canon cameras to have Blackmagic RAW software. Sorry. The Blackmagic software, I'm going to put that on the camera. And that is what Canon does not like, what I do to their cameras. This is why I can never get something sent. This is why I can never be sponsored by Canon. This is why Canon would never send me a product. Canon would just refuse it. Even Canon doesn't really like my photographs because they know what I'm doing to these cameras. They don't like the idea that someone is re-engineering their camera. And as someone that has a software skill set that does that, I do that because I know the sensor is capable of doing more. Because they do that. It's like handicapping a sensor. Like, for instance, I took the 70D. I'm sorry, the 7D, right? If you guys remember, when that camera came out, it was a powerhouse, right? It had some good features, and still does. But that camera can shoot could shoot a 4K display, but I shoot a 2.5K in that camera, and then I downscale it to 1080p. So when I'm color grading, when I'm editing my videos, when I shoot it down to 1080p, it's just a much cleaner look, in my opinion. It looks good. Yeah, I can export it to 2.5K, but if I'm just doing it for YouTube's sake, I'm going to do it in 1080p, 30 or 60. Boom. But you gotta have a knowledge of know how to jailbreak a Canon camera. And I don't recommend doing that, ladies and gentlemen, because this is not, like I said, Canon hates me for doing this. I do it because, listen, I don't have a lot of money to buy the newest, greatest cameras. You know, if I need a certain video feature, and I know I can do something with software and a sensor, I'm gonna try to get that. I'm trying to mimic and try to be on par with everybody, because I did have all these cameras before until I got robbed when I came back to New York from Boston. All my cameras, all my lenses, my clothes, traveler's checks, all of it was gone, everybody. All of a bunch of thugs mind you, I fought back, right? And mind you, that thing is still ongoing. But I can never get those cameras, those lenses back. That's a lot of money and a lot of time spent. And you could go to my channel and you can see that I had all these lenses. You're like, wow, you had a lot of, I had different bodies. I had Nikon cameras, Sony cameras. I had two Micro Four Thirds bodies. Everyone's like, wait, you're shooting Micro Four Thirds? I'm like, yeah, in 4K. No, I'm not shooting a flat profile or anything, just MP4s out of the box look pretty good on that M1. What is that? The Yi M1 camera that was sent to me for free by Xiaomi. Yeah, that brand sent me that camera, and I literally made the crap ton of content out of that. And to this day, it's one of my popular videos because it has over 80 to 100,000 views total with all the videos combined. Yeah, people watching that video because now that camera resurfaced again. Yes, it resurfaced. It resurfaced because now it's becoming popular because of the GoPro Mission 1. They're using a 1-inch sensor. And I said this a long time ago when I was making the E1 M1 video. Why don't GoPro make a 1-sensor camera using Micro Four Thirds? In that video, I said it. That was 2019. And look at now. Boom. I predicted that GoPro was going to make a freaking Micro Four Thirds. Guys, I think they stole my idea. I literally think they stole my idea because I used to have GoPro accessories. I used to make a lot of videos using GoPro. When I was in Portland during the pandemic, when the fires, right? I was using GoPro. And GoPro knew this. So I think they were watching my content, and I think they stole the idea. And let me find out if you did, GoPro. Oh, let me find out if you did. Oh, guys, you can go watch that video. You can hear me say, why don't GoPro make a 1-inch sensor with a Micro Four Thirds mount? That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, it would be bigger, bulkier, but it would probably be the same size as the Yi M1 camera. Because GoPro size were getting bigger and bigger. Because look, from the first GoPro to GoPro 13, which I'm going to honestly say, I didn't own the 13, but when I did see someone use the 13, I thought the 13 was probably the best GoPro since 6. Since GoPro 6, to be honest. Because GoPro 7, I had the GoPro 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? And every time I wanted to use GoPro proprietary accessories. Now, GoPro, I want you to listen to this, because you never fixed this problem with the audio adapter. I spent almost $100 for that audio adapter, and it only worked a very few times when I used it, and then it went. And not only that, it's supposed to charge the GoPro at the same time. it was just a device they just shoved out without even considering testing it for long periods of time. Yeah, you spend like almost $80 for this adapter, everybody, and it only worked maybe 14 times, and then it'd die. Yeah, it would die. And I made videos about this $50, $80 accessory, which is overkill. That thing should have cost at least 15 bucks or 20 bucks. So yeah, GoPro stopped making these adapters. They never respond to the ongoing problems. They never respond to a lot of problems I was having. So yeah, I was a big fan of GoPro for a long time. I was using their stuff while I was in Seattle, Portland, and San Francisco. So if you watch my Portland 2000 and 2001 videos, you'll see like, oh wow, you were using GoPro, and I was color grading GoPros. I think GoPro does to have market share, but right now DJI, I like their stuff better. I really like DJI stuff better than any other of their stuff. As a videographer, as a logger, as someone that films, independent films, does photography, does shoot video horizontally and vertically, I think DJI smashed it out of the park with all their proprietary accessories. And then Lexar is bringing out accessories for storage, which is cool because now it works with the DJI adapters. When you want to plug in an external SSD, well, they have a port where you can add the SSD, and so if you're on your iPhone, you can add DJI microphone in your SSD at the same time, which is so smart to do. I don't think anyone thought about that. Oh, because everyone thinks, no one thinks about audio. Right now, I should be using a professional audio wireless system, but I don't have an adapter like that. And I'm using my iPhone 14 Pro. I haven't updated yet. I can't afford to update right now. I gotta keep the lights on here first before I can do anything else. Look at the bus this morning. Overcrowded fucking buses, bro. This is why I fucking hate the buses in New York City. So overcrowded. Someone's touching you like, hand sense. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, New York City buses are creepy, man. People touch you like, hey gorgeous. You want a cock-me sandwich? Alright guys, we made it to Long Island City. Yeah, I definitely gotta get a coat. Alright guys, I appreciate you guys walking with me, having this conversation. But this video really started because I was gonna make a video joke about Joshua Jones, because I was walking through McLaren Park at the beginning of this video, everyone, and I was like, oh, this reminds me, Joshua, because I was gonna do the Warriors thing. You know how the Warriors? You ever watched that movie? It's a classic. If you never watched the Warriors, I don't know what planet you've been on living on, but yeah, because now Joshua is a wanted man. Everyone's looking for this guy. Police looking for you for lying about, a false police statement, which is punishable for a year in jail, bro. So that's his fault, not mine. So he made that mistake, been lying, and then he went out his way to get a temporary restraining order and say all these false things. Like, you gotta have good ass evidence to prove it. And now he's hiding. Hide all you want, friend. Goes to show you that you're not a patron. You're a tyrant. You don't deserve anything. trying to destroy someone else's life, or because someone else told you something. Because someone told you. You didn't hear it for yourself. Someone told you. Like they did your guardian angel. Like you go. It's funny. It's like you listen to idiot people that didn't explain to you what I was talking about, did they? So are they your guardian angels? So you're gonna listen to these? Oh yeah, those are your people that buy you alcohol. That's why you listen to them. Ah, I see. These are people that buy him alcohol and his drugs. Yeah, that's what New York City wants to protect. Criminals. This is why earlier in this conversation we talked about how all these criminals are being released in jail, and you folks that are this. Oh wow, who did that to the freaking? Oh wow, they were just blooming. Now they just look dead. But anyway. Yeah, I got a bunch of haters coming to this channel, and then one of them made a big mistake messing with a brand. Now that brand's going to show some retaliation, and I hope they do it well, because I provide them information, and it's not going to look pretty for this guy, because he might be seeing us in court. You think he's so smart? You think he's so intelligent? Even the people that you email, even right, it was like. Is this guy a child, or is this a kid? Like, no, this is a grown man writing like a child. Yes, there you go. Goes to show you the education ability. The education. So I had to explain to this brand about this guy, right? And they were like, oh, so he's one of these, yeah, he's a stalker, he just makes up things, he's going along, he thinks people are watching him. He thinks he has like I think he's mind you, I'll let the people know, he's not mentally stable. Because if you read all these messages, I share messages, I'm like, wow, that's not someone that's stable. That's someone that does have some mental health problems. So I had to share with them the other day on a phone call and shared other documents. Like, this has been going on for 2 years. Look at this. Like, you're talking to someone that is not in their right mind. They think they're better, but they can't spell better. That's hilarious. They think they're better, but they cannot spell better. I think that is so funny. Why? Because this person saying they got all this. First he's he's that, and now he claimed to be a photographer. Now recently he made a statement, but you don't have any evidence, bro. You're not a photographer. You're nobody. You're just pretending. This is why I had to inform the brands. Well, I tried to inform the brands, but they didn't want to take my word with it. So I had to let Someway Photo go, because they were also literally don't know how to take criticism. Yeah, that brand doesn't know how to take criticism. Well, social media, Someway Photo team. It's not the rep, Elaine, that was responsible for sending me products. No, she was actually pretty darn good. But what she couldn't understand, what was the relationship to social media? And yeah, they were nitpicking. They were listening to that garbage. And now they don't want to apologize because they now know it was garbage. See? That's why I can't work with a brand that can't man up to their own mistakes. Because we have proven on this channel that Someway Photo made several mistakes. They wanted me to lie about several products. They wanted me to keep certain things that malfunction from you. And I shared those text messages, and you guys were like, oh, wow. Yeah, they wanted me to lie. It's not damaging, no. They damaged themselves by telling me to lie to you in the audience because something malfunctioned with the tripod. And I said, no, I'm sharing these details. So when I made the video about the tripod and I shared the text messages, They didn't like that. I was like, well, being very transparent with my audience. I care about my audience more than getting free products. They didn't want to understand that. For them, it's just a business. But your business is your customers. Loyalty, honesty is the part of being part of a business. They didn't want to understand that. They wanted me to lie to you about certain products. And then when a product did break, they was like, don't say anything. Yeah, I was like, no, I'm done. I'm done. I was done when they said that. And then did not want to respond back for weeks and still hasn't responded back because they knew that I shared information. Mind you, I didn't sign no DNA. Mind you, I did not sign any NDA that says I'm not supposed to share or discuss my own private conversations. That's my private conversation on Instagram. I can share those with my audience, and that's what I did. So yeah, I kind of made them look bad within the photography community by telling me not to share any of those mistakes with the products. I'm not saying all their products were bad, no. But one product, which you guys already know about, that mini tripod, that center collar should have never broken. And they should not have used some adhesive glue. You can watch the video. You can see they used some glue. They didn't do it well. They did not weld the steel onto steel. They did not. They used glue, which over time, over the months, those 9 months, it gave way. So it took 9 months for the product to break. And that's why I said I never had a tripod that broke like this. Other than the rarely tripods back in 2012, this company sent me a bunch of tripods back then. And mind you, they were, I swear to you guys, you can literally probably do this with your feet and break the tripod, it would break. Yeah, it was like they was using some type of recycled composite, I don't know, kind of material. It didn't look, oh man. It didn't felt very quality. And I was using it when I was in Santa Barbara in 2012. And it broke on me. So they had to send me another replacement right then and there. They sent it UPS, which was great, but that also broke while in transit. I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm not buying cheap tripods anymore. So I get, well, mind you, this is a lesson learning about tripods. But the thing is that I wanted to buy cheap tripods because I didn't want to spend money on a Manfrotto. So when I got to Portland in 2012, I ended up buying a Manfrotto. Yeah, I ended up buying a Manfrotto. I went to this photography shop in Portland and bought the Manfrotto from there. Because I got sick and tired of that cheap tripod. You gotta ask yourself, like, oh, it is chilly. Oh, that temperature's come down. Oh, I gotta get that cold. It is cold, cold. Woo! No more, mind you, no more 90-degree weather for a while. It's gonna stay like 50s, 60s now. Oh yeah, back to normal. Because that wasn't normal. We had 90-degree weather for like 3 days in a row. 3 days in a row, we had 80-degree weather for most of the week. And I missed most of it because been resting. Been getting better. Trying to get better. Got some problems with my health, everybody. That's the sucky part of being getting old. Alright, welcome to Queens Plaza. You can see a lot of crackheads, a lot of homelessness, a lot of weird stuff. You got this guy with the stroller, with no baby. Where you get that stroller from? He stole someone's backyard. So a lot of these homes, they leave their strollers out in the backyard or the driveways, and that's how these homeless men get their hands on these strollers. Because, yeah. Just to let you guys know, he's talking to himself. Yeah, you gotta be careful. It's that time in the morning. I'm surprised. Yeah, man, you got an 8-ball. The other day, this guy was like, yo, bro. I didn't know he was talking to me. I was just walking. He said, yo, bro, you got an 8-ball? I'm like, do I look like a fucking drug dealer to you? Apparently, all black people. Dude. He's not even paying attention. He just ran a red light. Fucking. See, this is what I'm talking about. Drivers, you guys suck. That's why I was standing there looking at him like, what are you doing? Oh, man, no one heals? Dude, I walk New York City all the time. I broke guys, you guys know, I would break every record in New York City, or I already have done that. Think about it. I already have done that. You know how many steps I used to get per day? Over 25,000. My highest is 50, maybe close to 50,000. Like, yeah. I got a record of this stuff. Where is it? Got a record, a history of this stuff. Look at this. Come on, guys. Look at this. This is my off days. This is my off days. Come on, man. New York, you're not preaching. Oh, back in the day, Toby Davis, like the best NYPD Blue. Yeah, that was pretty dope. I will agree with you on that TV show. I have to agree. It was pretty good. I stopped watching it because, you know, when you move a lot, you just stop watching stuff from New York. Well, you normally don't. You just like, listen, when you're moving, you don't have cable television. You got to use your phone. And I stopped watching stuff like that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I hope everybody enjoyed that walk, but I need your help. As someone that's going through financial homelessness right now, you know, I'm in the hostel right now. Yeah, it's not the cheapest, but, you know, I got a discount. I'm grateful for that discount. But you guys want to continue to help with this, you know, because I'm trying to sue the city for what they did. And I'm also trying to sue Joshua Jones to get that money back. I know I'm not going to get the money back because he doesn't have a job, but I'm going to make it hurt where it hurts the most. So, but that's not the only lawsuit that I have going, because this has been an ongoing thing with NYPD with the false arrest, because the first arrest was with a fake warrant. The second was I was stopped for no probable reason. There was no cause. And now this third time was arrested for with no evidence being shown in court that I was criminally acting irrational. No, it shows that I was acting in my principle as a civilian, protecting myself. And that's when I hired my attorney, which costs money. This is why my bank account is negative $467 whatever cents, blah blah blah, because I owed the bank. I took out a loan for it, even though I already had money, but I needed more money, so I took out the loan. So right now I can use your help. I'm going to lose this storage. And financially, I've been trying to keep up with all my payments. And right now, I'm also dealing with unemployment because I was just laid off while in medical leave. I had stomach cancer, and I just had surgery this winter. I'm still going through some symptoms and some problems. It's been kind of hectic. But if you guys want to help, there's a PayPal, Venmo, does help me keep the lights on here. Does give me a little bit more flexibility, more time to do what I have to do to fix all this nonsense. Because I need that window. I need the storage, so if I do get new employment, I don't have to lug my stuff everywhere around. Everything is in one place. So if I do get employment, therefore it's safe. I don't have to worry about that. That's one less headache that I have to deal with. So if you guys want to help me with that, that's fine. But I'm just letting you guys know this channel is all about transparency. I'm showing you what I, a real New Yorker, is going through all my problems. I'm not going to sugarcoat everything in my life. I'm showing you everything that I'm going through. Now, it might not be everything, but most of the time when I'm live streaming, I'm walking the neighborhoods, I'm sharing details, etc., etc. Or at the moment. But thank you for watching. I'm going to end the live stream. Right now we are in Queens, New York, Long Island City. So, other than that, there's a PayPal and there's a Venmo where you can help me right now with the storage unit. I'm going to lose it at the end of the month. It's not my fault. If you guys watch the videos, you know that the storage unit, they changed ownership. They promised they wasn't going to change the price, but the price did change. They lied. Now people are moving out. People are upset. And right now, I kind of need the storage because right now I don't have time to be lugging myself around, and also, you know, that's just, yeah, and it's going to get stolen, and I'm going to have difficulties. And so with that said, thank you for listening, supporting, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Okay, I saw that last comment. How many times I have proven that they will not pay for your storage in New York City? You may be from a city, no one pays for that. No. This is Manhattan Mini Storage. Now, what you're talking about is no compliance here, friend. We tried that. That doesn't work. That only works for people that are above senior citizenship or anyone that's disability, or yeah, that's only applied to certain people. But as a former social worker, I know what you're trying to, I know what you're saying, but that only works apply if you're in an emergency case situation. This is not an emergency case. This is just financial problem for myself. So that's how they're going to look at this. From a social worker standpoint, trust me, they're going to look at it like that. And we've been denied many times. We've been denied EBT 4 times already. Don't ask me how. Just ask the city, why are you so corrupt? So that program is only normally for senior citizens. So yes, as a former social worker that used to work in other states and mind you know this city very well, yeah, that program we wouldn't qualify, friend. It has to be emergency purpose case. Like let's just say you were living in a place and you had a fire. Salvation Army is the one that pays for that. See, not the city.
Salvation Army, because they gotta have the budget for it. So they coordination with that kind of thing. That is emergency purpose. So I just wanted to answer your question because I didn't want to be rude in the video, brother. So I just want to be very polite, just answer your question. I don't want you to feel left out in anything like that. So, until then, see you guys.